What is up, everyone? You miss me? Yeah, I've been gone for a little bit, about a week. So much for doing a video once a day. I got to put my priorities first. I admit, I got a little ahead of myself. Last week I had my kids at school. It was the end of the semester, so we had to finish up and catch up. So I had to put the videos on hold for a second and take care of my priorities. Always put your priorities first. Don't you know, don't get ahead of yourself like I did. Yeah, I was gonna do a video every day for a year, but I don't know what I was thinking. So I think we're gonna stick with I'm gonna do once a week. I'll try for every Wednesday video. So, but yeah, had to take care of my kids at school. Had to get some things done. Had to put the videos aside for a second. But I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do videos like once a week. Once a week, try like every Wednesday. I'm off work on Wednesday, so I do every Wednesday. Every hump day. So hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's having a good week. Here in Ohio, we got huge winter storm, huge snowstorm over the past weekend. And we got like a foot of snow, maybe more. Like I went and took out my trash this morning and just walking to the dumpster. I live in an apartment complex. Just walking to the dumpster. I had to walk through like a foot over it or snow up to my knees in some spots because they didn't clean off like the sidewalks and stuff. So, I mean, they cleaned off the sidewalks, but that was it. So, getting to the side, yeah, it's insane. And the snow ain't disappearing anytime soon because temperatures are freezing here. So, it's not getting warm enough for it to melt. So, yeah, I don't see the snow going anywhere for a while. But, yeah, and it took me like an hour to clean off my car. It was buried. And shoveling the sidewalks and the parking lot. They don't come and do that. So, where I live, they do the roads and the sidewalks, but parking lots and the parking lot, no, they didn't do that. So I had to shovel all that. And I shoveled like 2 spots just so I can. I'm over winter. I'm sick of it. Ready for hot sunshine, warm weather. Yeah, I'll take that heat back any day now over the freaking cold. But yeah, hope everyone's doing good. Everything's good here. Like I said, aside from the snow and the stress of my kids' school. But I wanted to go over read about a tragic story. I came across this on my phone. I'm sorry I didn't share the link. You could probably find it. This came on my Facebook from Cleveland 19 News page on Facebook. But tragic story: elementary school teacher found dead in snow after going missing. Now she was from this was happened in Kansas, I believe. 28 years old. Yeah, she was found in a wooded area, and she left the bar. Here's the crazy thing, and this is why I wanted to share this story. It says she was last seen leaving a bar at about 11:30 at night. Excuse me, I cannot clear my throat. But yeah, she left the bar, and she was seen not walking far from the bar. And then supposedly she left her things and everything, personal belongings, everything in the bar. And I was reading the comments, and people were saying how it doesn't make sense. You know, just leaving all your things right there at the bar and then walking away and leaving. People were saying it doesn't make sense. And then I seen someone else comment, and they said, well, if you drink enough, it does. And that's where I wanted to get to. Very true. I've said before, when you get drunk, it's like you're possessed and you would do things you don't normally do sober. I know when I used to drink, I'd get to a certain point where I was drunk and I remember I would just empty my pockets for no reason. I would just empty whatever's in my pockets and just throw them on the ground. It doesn't matter. Cigarettes, lighter. I mean, back then I used to smoke, but cigarettes, lighter, keys, wallet, like to the people that, you know, don't deal with addiction or alcoholism or whatever, it doesn't make sense to them. But to some of us who've lived that life, it makes perfect sense. Like I said, you do stupid things when you're drunk, when you're under the influence of whatever it is. And like I said, myself, I would just empty my pockets for no reason. And then I wake up in the morning and I'd be like, where's my phone? Where's my keys? Where's my this? Where's my that? And I knew what I did. I would just empty them and I just leave them wherever. And I just leave them there. And I did it on purpose because I was drunk, of course. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. But I remember doing stuff like that. Or I remember just walking away from wherever we were at, bar or whatever. I would just start walking, and my friends would pick me up down the road. I remember just walking away sometimes from bars, and I'd wake up in like the parking lots on the ground. These are the things I remember that I did that I'm so thankful that I don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm so thankful that I don't live like that anymore. And I don't wake up in the morning and worry about what I've done or what I did or, you know, be ashamed, Those were those were some sad times in my life. So yeah, I don't miss that. Those types of things I don't miss at all. But yeah, so like I said, you do dumb things when you're under the influence, when you're drunk or on drugs. Now that I'm sober and, you know, looking back, it's like I would never have done those things being sober. Never. Some of the things I did just blows my mind. How stupid I was. So, those little things I look back, I'm very thankful for. And with this young lady, she just walked away from bar. Like I said, same thing I used to do. And then she probably, being so cold and in the snow, probably did what I did. I would walk away and I'd just pass out wherever I was. Most of the time it was summertime, so I'd wake up and I was still warm, but with it being cold and snow and she wasn't so fortunate. And my heart goes out to their family. It's just so I look back and I'm thankful for all those times that I did stuff like that and God kept his hand on me and watched over me and kept me alive. Very thankful for that. So yeah, like I said, my life is better now sober. It's like there's so many positives to the sober side of life. So I can't be thankful enough. Like here in about a week, it'll be 9 years. 9 years since I touched a drink. Whew. Very blessed. Very thankful to God for keeping me alive and watching over me. So that's about it for today. Got to do some more school tonight. I'm off work tomorrow. Go back Saturday. That's about it. So nothing really new here. Like I said, except having a little bit of cabin fever. Yeah, the snowstorm was brutal. I heard we're supposed to get more. Who knows? But yeah, so I'm planning on doing videos once a week. About every Wednesday. Yeah, I think we'll stick with that plan. So I wanted to do every one video a day for a year. I really wanted to, but then, like I said, I got to put my priorities first. So, stuff happens. But hope everyone enjoys the rest of their week, and we'll see you next week. God bless.